What's going on? Welcome everybody to Coach's Point of View. I'm your co-host, Coach Reed. To my left, we got Coach Murphy. So over here to this side, we have Coach Zoo. And of course, but last but not least, we have Coach Shitty. What's going on, Coach Murph? What's going on, man?
Not much, chilling. It's our first episode. I actually am kind of excited, nervous at the same time because this is our first one. But I want to give you guys, just some content where we, just talk about some basketball within the city. We're going to bring you guys different things. We want to focus in on, just some basketball topics. And, I just want to have some open conversations about, just the current state of basketball right now. So, that's our main goal with this podcast, Coach's Point of View.
So before we get into it and we talk to our great guest right here, we got to shout out our sponsor. Shout out to Camille's. If you're in the Clifton area, you got to make sure you stop at Camille's. When I tell you got the best food, the best mint lemonades that you could ever taste, that lamb, that chicken, the hookah, whatever you into. This is a great space, great staff. Make sure that you guys stop by Camille's, and we thank them for being our sponsor today. Coach Zoo, man, what's going on, man?
Yo, what can I say, Coach Reed? I'm first off, let me say this. I'm excited to be here. All right, this is my first time on the podcast. I'm feeling like real good talent. You know what I'm saying? They ain't pay me like real good talent, but I'm here.
I'm waiting for my check to clear.
Facts.
We got you in the mail.
Facts.
You know what?
I'll take it. But I'm excited to be here. I can't lie. Like, I've been on the coaching staff for a few years with everybody, with Coach Murphy, you, with Coach Chitty. So it's really something that I'm really excited to be here about. And, I'm excited to see what you guys are bringing to the table with these questions today and what we're going to be discussing. Because, again, I want to see, what everybody's feelings are about a lot of different topics. So and I'm sure we definitely going to touch on everything that we really need to touch on, because the state of the union of basketball is kind of crazy. So why not talk about it?
We're going to get into it.
The best thing is the season's here.
Right?
So everything is. So everything now is the planning and prepping for the actual season. Mm-hmm. Right? Just making sure that are you prepared, are you not prepared? What does your summer look like?
Yeah.
How did you do in fall ball? What were the plans that you put together? And then the race for the excellence, right? The plan that you, if you properly plan during that summer and that fall, right, then it's a month away.
Facts.
Right, it's a month away. But first game, the 8th or the 9th or something?
Right. 11th now.
The 11th.
Okay.
Right, but everyone else is opening up that's the week.
Yeah.
Right, that's the week. So whether you playing one day or the next day, right, you figure you got a month right before everything happens, right? And it's you can't cram in a month,
right?
So you should have been started off in the summertime, right?
Yeah.
How many games? What was your goal?
Yeah.
Coach Murph, man, I got a question for you. So you got 4 guys here. From a coach's point of view, somebody of your caliber, somebody who played Division I basketball. I'm a brag for him. Somebody who played at a professional level. I ain't get there. The contract wasn't right, so I ain't really get to that level. But from your point of view, and for the coaches that's watching out there, how do you determine who should be on your staff? What kind of energy you looking for? What are you looking for in coaches? How do you figure that out?
I think it's trial and error. Really, you really don't know. I think I don't know. It's just a feeling. Really, I've been an assistant coach before, so I know what it's like to, have some knowledge of the game, but still not really be the guy that the head coach have went to when it comes to certain things. I've been the guy where people didn't listen to anything that I had to say on the staff. I was really just a body there. So I know what it's like being in that role. So, I always just want to make sure I, just delegate responsibilities to everybody. And anybody, you guys know this, but I just trust anything that you guys, my staff at least, I trust anything that's going on. Even if we have workouts, sometimes we have workouts, I won't call and be like, yo, what happened? Like, I'm not that type of guy because I know everybody around me, and we've been around each other for a long time at this point now. So I know everybody, we all have the same goals. We all want the same things. I know that for a fact. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. I guess it's just a trust that's developed, of course, over time. Summertime grinds, fall grinds. We've been in the gym a lot with each other. We've been in the gym a lot, so I guess it's just more so a feeling.
Coach Shit, I got a question for you, man. So the game today, you know, all the kids, you know, I kind of want to know your opinion about how you feel about where the kids today, I feel like they going for the first option being a long 3-ball opposed to, you know, where our game, you know, we kind of like try to get to the rim, or at least the coaches back then was trying to encourage us to either go to the big or get to the rim. We're now, you know, kind of first option. These kids shooting from half court. I mean, everybody 10 times that. Like, what's going on?
The game is expanded, though. It's evolution in the game, right?
Yeah.
Right? Before it was inside out, it wasn't really a lot of spacing. Now everything is spacing. With spacing, you can do a lot more, right? So, like the years of the big being 6'9", 6'10", 7'1", and just playing on the block, I don't even know if they make those anymore. For real, right? So now everyone who's tall, you got your Kevin Durant's, you got everybody who now you could put it on the floor. That's actually good for the game. Like I like that part of it, right? Because being like if you short, see, you wouldn't have this problem, right? If you were short, you could only be a guard.
Yeah, word.
Right. But being like someone who's like 6 feet, 6'2", 6'3", you want to play guard.
Right.
You also want I want to get the rebound and push.
Right.
And now guys are able to do that, right? So I think it's just for coaches, you could try to be in that old school mindset of like, if you got a big that can't really handle, then right? And you can have really good success, but everyone else got to be able to do all things on the floor.
So y'all feel like the day of like the true big man that really couldn't dribble like that, like that's like that player couldn't survive in this?
Nah, I definitely don't think. I definitely think they can survive.
In high school,
high school, yes.
Okay.
You can survive. Again, the right kid can definitely do it. It just takes the right mentality to do it. Like, you gotta want to be that type of player. Yeah. Now kids don't want to be that type of player. What it is too. It's the way it looks. Like nobody says Shaq is their favorite player. Right. No offense to Shaq,
but we all know that Shaq
is the most dominant player.
Facts.
Right.
Facts.
So,
speaking of Shaq, the kid from Plainfield.
Wait, but even before that, speaking of Shaq didn't come in like that. Shaq was putting it on the floor in Orlando.
Facts.
True.
Right. So there's that part. He just became overweight and then got stronger, then realized everybody was babies, and then he decided to be that guy. Right. But he was bringing it up the floor in Orlando. Right.
Yeah.
Everyone was kind of doing that.
Yeah, he ain't window. But
So how do you think he would be in today's game with some of the just the big men that they have now in the game? How would he match up against them now?
That's tough. Right, because like you said, you alluded to the kid who played for.
Yeah, the kid who played for.
Right, and he's a game changer.
Yeah.
Right, so it becomes how do you? On one end, you're like, well, he won't be able to play a guy if you pull him all out of the way, right? But then on the other end, you got to deal with him. You still got to deal. On the other end, you got to deal with him. The question is, while you're going past me and getting twos, I'm going through you and I'm getting and ones. You're not going to play for that long.
Right.
You can't. I'm just keep going to, if you got a dominant big, you keep going to that dominant big, he changes everything. He's a rim protector, right? So you can't just drive, you can't just go down the lane without, you would have to pull him out, right? But then also on the offensive end, we going right back to him. And then what are you going to do?
So
it becomes analytics if you're going 3 for 2 though.
That's what I'm saying. So now that's what I was getting ready to get into. Well, but then he becomes exposed.
Right.
But you would have to have a big that, like if you go. That's the tough
in
part.
High school, in Jersey, right? It's no shot clock, so you can slow the game down as much as you can, especially when you got a guy that dominant inside of high school. But now, when you're in college and that shot clock, and especially if you got a team that's just up and down, and his conditioning isn't right, it may be kind of tough.
Yeah, now if his conditioning isn't right, It's
maybe
always
kind of
gonna be
tough.
The last person I seen that reminded me of a true big was the kid in Plainfield. I really haven't been seeing one, and I'm like, wow, this guy's a.
And you saw how far
he's
they
a
went?
true. Huh?
You saw how far they went with him?
Yeah, he did. He doing really good at Seton Hall too. Shout out to him. I don't know his official name. I call him Baby Shaq. Shout out to him.
Yeah.
I got another question for you fellas, man. Yo, how do y'all feel about this? How this walking, not walking, going on? The what they call it when you pick it up.
Gather stuff.
The gather, the 2 steps after the gather. What's going on, man? Please talk to me, because I'm still calling it a walk. Excuse my language. Sorry. You can edit that out.
I ain't even gonna lie. It's a walk, but it's not a walk at the same time.
Consider to the rules.
Yeah, like you manipulating the rules, and I guess manipulation within the rules is technically okay. It's a moral, ethical kind of feeling to it.
So
you don't do it if you feel like it's corrupt. But if you okay with it, the technicality, you let it ride.
I saw this kid. This kid literally was dribbling the ball, lost control of the ball, so the ball just in the air. The kid then gets the ball. He done took 10 steps in this process, dribbling the ball's in the air for like 3 seconds. He took 2 other steps, grabbed the ball. This guy took like 3 other steps. It was clean.
What you describing sounds like a walk though.
It definitely is.
Yeah. But it was considered clean. It actually wasn't 3 extra steps. It was technically
The 2 steps.
He dribbled the ball, right? And when he dribbled the ball high, and he didn't have control of the ball. So now he's still running and the ball's still next to him. He dribbled the ball again, one more time. At this point, he took 5 steps, right? But when the ball was in the air, he was going with the ball, almost like trying to get the control of the ball, 3 steps. So then he grabs the ball, right? And then he takes 2 more steps. But if you look at the video all together, you like, what
I gotta see
is going on? Like,
I'll have to see it in game.
But I see mad kids doing this, and I see kids doing it right. The refs can't get it. Like,
technically, it depends on where you at. It
crazy
depends
right
on
now.
how they call it. Every different part of the country calls the game a little bit differently.
Yeah.
So it just really depends on where you at. But technically speaking, again, you can take as many steps as you want as long as the ball is spinning. Until you gather with two hands, not 2 feet, but with 2 hands. So I don't care. It's a technicality. If you can learn to exploit it, exploit it.
You excited about it, or you
I'll take
turned
that.
off?
I'll take
Let's
that.
keep it real.
I'll take that over the Harden joint.
What's the hardest?
Oh, the Harden foul stuff, like step back and just fouling, phantom fouls. I'll take that.
Y'all are y'all like? And I'm not one of those guys. I'm not one of those guys like, oh, back in my day, not like that. But I'm just saying, like, some of this shit is like outrageous. If we could do this, then like, a lot of us have been in.
So that will lead me into my next question when it comes to who's teaching this. So how do y'all feel about
the internet?
Just the trainers nowadays and how they're teaching the kids the offensive game now. Because I know what I think about it.
Yeah.
But what y'all think about that?
Yeah, I think it all depends on like the trainer. Right, trainers are good.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Having trainers and training certain skills and all that, like that's a good thing. I think that like when you get into like the internet piece of it, where everyone's a trainer, and then I'll be seeing people do wild stuff. Like these are non-basketball moves that you got these kids doing for $500 an hour, right? Like this is it's too many poems.
Yeah.
It's too many stuff. It's too much,
yeah.
And then you're not gonna have the ball in your hands for that long to be able to do those types of moves. And if you're that type of guy, you're gonna get it done in 1 or 2. Right? So you're not. Trainers are good as long as you're training them like in-game stuff, basketball moves, like the technicalities of that part, footwork and stuff like that. Because if you could do that shooting, right? But everything else, like the personal trainers that be having you do all types of crazy stuff, that's what I got a problem with, right? I like to watch a trainer teach the 4 or 5 different gathers would be crazy to me. But like I said, it'd be like too many cones on the floor. Like it ain't gonna be that many. You ain't gotta do that many moves in that many spots.
So you saying what I'm thinking, which is like basketball, especially when it comes to trainers. All right, now everybody gonna slam me on the internet about this, but basketball turning into a money play.
Oh, not everything's gonna be played out.
Like seriously, like from the little league. Like think about it, yo. I'm from the era where to play AAU, you had to be selected.
Oh,
You had to be selected. You had to be good enough to be a part of that elite.
But it's 2025. They don't.
Now it's
everybody
like
get a trophy.
you got $900.
Everybody get a trophy.
What is
though.
the spot that they do all the games at? NPA?
Spooky New. Yeah,
Have you been there?
yeah,
You've been there.
yeah.
Overwhelming.
Right?
Yeah.
And it's like they just dropped that out of nowhere, like the facility.
Yeah.
Right?
With hotels at the top.
Well, and
Really?
Yeah.
Like, you got
I've
room
never
there.
been to Spooky.
It's a resort.
Yeah, it got resort. It's a resort.
You gotta pay to get
It's
in there.
basketball
Yeah.
Camelback Lodge.
Yes.
Got you.
Yes, they got the surrounding town, like the surrounding areas, got the hotels for you to stay in.
Yeah.
You pay there. You got to be there for a Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Right.
Got you. Right. Like you have to be there. Games start early
And you
Saturday.
still got to pay to get into the
And,
zone.
right.
That's
Games
brilliant.
start early. But look, it's like let's get
So y'all
this
say
warehouse.
I'm hating a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit. Right, let's get
Can't knock the
this.
hustle.
Yeah,
Let's
oh,
get
nah,
this
it's
warehouse.
brilliant. It's
Let's
brilliant.
knock
get
the
this
hustle.
warehouse. Let's break it down. Let's put 8 courts there.
Yeah.
Let's
Bro, they
charge
got
these
40 courts.
It's that
Right,
big?
like-
40,
I
50
never, I've never
courts.
been there before.
Right,
Bro.
like we chop, like the numbers is crazy. So is it the money? It's a great business plan. Absolutely, kids get to play ball and all that. Cool,
Right.
but if we just talking about trainers, I think that's a little different. Like it's always gonna be yes. Back in the day,
Yeah.
you had to be it's invitationals,
Yeah.
and they still got invitationals. It's just that everyone is playing now, and like they got so many different smaller ones.
People want access.
Yeah.
People want access to basketball. They want access to their kids playing.
But it's not
and
wrong.
it's just the evolution of how things.
Yeah.
move.
So
I
is
would-
it two AAU still? Is it the AAU and the recreational AAU? Is that a thing or that's not a thing?
Nah.
No,
Like-
I mean, but there's tiers.
Yeah, there's
Yeah,
levels. to
that's all it
things.
is.
There's
It's tiers.
levels.
It's
to
levels.
it. There's levels. to
I
it,
remember
but-
when I played AAU, you had to be a dog to be on that
Dog.
team.
Because there was also so few teams.
It was
That's
it was
true, too.
Very
It
few
was
teams.
two teams for a
in
whole state.
the tri-state.
Yeah.
I played with the Tim Thomas players. The
Shout out to the players.
Definitely shout out to the players. Jimmy Solomon. My coach was actually, well, I had a couple coaches with the players, but the last year that I played, my coach was Jerome Smart.
Oh yeah, Jerome Smith.
That was rest in peace to Coach
Yeah,
Smart.
rest in peace.
And that team was super, super talented. We had 12 guys that went Division One.
Yeah, name drop real quick. Who's
Yeah.
on that team? Give us a couple names.
We had J.R. Smith. J.R. Smith was on that team. Courtney Nelson was on that team. Sid Jackson was on that team. I forgot a lot of the guys' names. It was so long ago.
Yeah.
But we had all Division high level guys on that team. And it was just tough to be on that team. Like, you talking about guys from everywhere.
Right.
And we were playing everywhere. We playing, and my first flight ever at 14 years old was going to Las Vegas, playing in a big time tournament. So it was just super tough competition at that time.
They always say that round ball gonna take you all around the world.
It took me
all
all around the world.
that round ball, like it will take you
Yeah.
Yeah.
wherever, like everything, right?
Yeah.
Right. So yeah, it'll take you.
Yeah, that orange ball definitely took me everywhere.
Yeah,
So-
yeah, I'm not with the trainers though. I am. It's a positive idea, but
Yeah,
some
I ain't-
people
I
have
ain't mad
flawed
at 'em.
execution.
I ain't mad at
Yeah.
Some people mess it up, and again, just do a better job at just teaching the basketball part.
Yeah, I ain't mad at them.
Teach
No,
the
It's-
basketball
I feel
part.
like it's the hustle.
Yeah, but-
and the people are paying them. I'm sure they're not forcing people to come out and
Yeah,
train with
absolutely
them.
not.
So I mean, if
And more kids are playing ball too. So if you talk
lot
about
of
the
kids are
numbers,
playing
kids
ball.
just getting play
Yeah,
ball.
that's
You
true.
just-
and
right.
some of them get gyms, right?
Yeah,
Some of
that's
them have
what I'm
access to gyms, and I mean, the kids do need to be
Yeah,
in gyms.
that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. So,
So-
like,
Off the streets.
Off the streets, they
Open
in
the gyms,
So,
open up the
nah,
gyms
I ain't-
again,
I'm
get them
not-
off the streets.
I'm not mad
Stop
at them.
closing all the gyms in Patterson.
right, like we used to have the thing in North, like at Westside, they used to have like the lights on program.
Yep.
Right.
They still got something similar.
Yeah, still, and you know, the kids just come like, yo, the gym will keep them off the street for real. Now, when we talk about off the street, we talking about off the street,
Yeah, as well.
right? Like, cause they really could be doing something else.
Let's get a little.
Shout out to Recreation, Patterson Recreation.
Shout out to
I
Patterson
know they
Recreation.
do have a lot of evening centers, and they have a lot of gyms open, especially in the wintertime. Well, all year round. with their different programs. So they do a good job of that.
Let's get a little controversial.
Oh,
Yeah, let's get into it. This is what we hear. Coach's point of view. Yo, man, what city top dog when it comes to this ball for high school basketball? What city top dog? We from different cities. Well, not all from different cities. A lot of us from Patterson, but what city's top dog when it comes to basketball? And let's go generations, right? So let's start off with more recent, and we're going from like
I don't know. Top dog.
2020 to 25. What city? I'm talking about city that's pumping them out. You like, damn.
You know why that's hard to answer?
Okay.
Because you got kids from certain cities that play in other cities. So
No.
you'll have a kid in Patterson.
I ain't talking about what school they go to. I'm talking about what city. They're a product of this city, meaning like they was raised up in this recreational basketball league. They end up going to school wherever they went to school.
Okay,
But
so
what
I would
city
have
putting
to,
them the dogs?
I would have to think about, just
Lord got a lot.
So a kid, that came out of Patterson most recently, Asim Jones.
Okay.
He's at Quinnipiac right now.
Yeah.
I felt like he was a dog. I don't really know too many other players who are, just as talented as him.
What you think is it? What city?
I'm honestly, I'm just thinking like,
That's tough though, because I don't know.
yeah, there's so many players to choose
I
from.
can't say I know enough to
I don't-
intelligently give you an answer.
I can say what county is doing
Well,
better.
let's go to county then. What county?
Because what's the end? What's the end game? Are we just talking about high school, or are we talking about
Because it's a lot of
college?
players.
No, I'm talking. This is what I'm talking
There's a lot
about.
of
In the
players
last
that
5
were-
years,
that
how many
bad.
how many kids from a city went to D1 schools? Who got the most from the city going D1 schools?
That
What city?
I don't know. I can't speak on that. 'Cause
I don't
I'm
know
not
who
really
got the
county.
sure
But
about
if my favorite county for basketball, who's up at the moment, if I had to rank them, I'd probably go Essex 1, Bergen 2, probably somewhere Colonial County or something.
Damn,
like
we
that.
not Passaic. What's going on?
Nah.
We gotta change that. We gotta change
Nah,
that.
gotta be
They ain't
real.
gonna like
Gotta
that.
be real.
They ain't gonna like that in the
You
comments.
said be controversial. I'm just saying, like,
Passaic County
I
is
don't
not
even
up
think that's
there.
that controversial.
Because if you look at Essex, right, you got Benedict's there, you got Seton Hall there.
Yeah.
Um,
All the big
our
guards
Arts did
there.
really well last year.
Yeah.
East Orange was always in the mix, right? Irvington won a couple of chips.
Plainfield is Essex too, right?
Bloomfield.
Bloomfield's Essex.
Bloomfield,
Right, like-
Plainfield, right? It's Essex.
like-
Or they Union.
No, Plainfield is Union.
Union,
You got
okay.
that
Right,
Plainfield,
depending on what
Elizabeth.
year for Irvington.
Kind of. I don't know what else is in Union.
Elizabeth
Yeah,
County.
but I would never.
Elizabeth.
I would definitely also say
years.
Union because Plainfield's always had a great system.
Yeah.
Elizabeth too.
And Elizabeth
Right,
always had
and then
a
they
big
start thinking
money.
about Lyndon and Calicchio when he went from
Right.
Lyndon to Elizabeth. Like
Yeah.
so, and you can't just go to the Dunn Center and win a game.
Yeah.
Definitely
Right,
can.
so right,
Definitely
right.
can.
You couldn't go into that Linden County gym, that Linden gym, that small in Linden,
Yeah.
and win a game.
Yeah.
Right, so it's tough to play everywhere. Right,
Yeah.
They got a lot of
But if
tough
I,
guys.
again, being controversial, that'll probably be how I rank it. The 5 after 3 down kind of is fluid.
Yeah.
Fluid is fluid. Again, Passaic County, we can be up there when we want to be up there.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, everybody from Passaic County don't play. in
It
Passaic
seemed
County.
like Middlesex County got some dogs out there. I didn't realize Jalen Brunson and Cat and all them guys is from out that way. I didn't even because I'm not tapped in a little bit to the basketball when they get past really Plainfield like Plainfield and down. I'm
Yeah,
not,
that's because you ain't see.
Unless it was
Cat.
Campbell.
You ain't see Cat play.
Nah.
Like Cat used to fill the gyms. I believe
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
He used to fill the gyms like
Yeah.
right there in West Orange, right? Because he went to Kentucky, right? Coach was
Cal
Yeah.
Park.
It used to be front row.
yeah.
Yeah, Cat used to fill that gym. He was a sight to see for real.
Damn.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
When like you had to just be around, like
Especially in
everyone,
high school.
especially everyone knew Cat was Cat.
Who's filling gyms now in high school basketball? Do we got? I mean, last year, shout out again, Plainfield. I went to the
Plainfield
game.
is filling gyms.
They filling gyms.
Plainfield.
They filling
I went to a
gyms.
couple
Shout
of
out
those
to
games, and they
my
traveled.
man, his father, him and his
Essex
father,
County,
Gordon.
Essex County, period.
filling gyms for the most
Yeah,
part.
they are filling gyms.
Essex County's filling gyms.
Yes, certain schools.
What school?
Of
What school filling gyms
East
out there?
Orangefield gyms.
East Orangefield gyms?
Artsville gym. I had to get on a wait and know the coach. Let me get a seat. Like you can't it's packed in here. You can't get in here. You want to get the Benedicts? Mike was playing.
Yeah.
Remember when we
gotta get there? We gotta get there early.
Remember when we went to scout the game last year when we played Irvington?
Yeah.
North Star gym.
North Star
packed, and that was just
packed.
That was
Packed
a regular game.
And that was a
packed.
regular. I don't even remember who they was playing, but it was packed.
They played Irvington. North
Yes,
Star Irvington.
yes,
We went to go
yeah,
check Irvington out.
Packed.
Yeah.
So, which goes into another thing, right? It's about support from your city,
Yeah.
right? Like who gets support from this? Like Plainfield, they travel, but so do a lot of teams. I just don't know how it is out here.
I think.
Yeah.
I believe
Out here,
people will come out.
Yeah.
People will come out,
gotta
but
win.
I think you gotta win. You gotta give them a reason to come out.
Can I also say this too?
That's also poor.
I'm gonna also say
That's
this.
poor fan support.
It is
It
poor.
is.
It's
As
poor.
a
That's
as
just
a
what
as
it
a
is.
as a
But
as
you
a
gotta win.
Jets fan.
If you're not
I know how hard it is
gotta
win.
to say it
If
out
you-
loud, and I'm saying it on.
If you're not winning and you don't got no explosive player like that, I'm not coming out to see
Again,
you.
as a Jets fan, it is difficult, and I still support.
Can I say this though? As whack as the Jets is, sorry Jets, they're still professional players where like stuff can change in the game. We're talking about high school players where like if your team ain't that, I don't want to see that shit.
I've always said I don't like going to go watch bad basketball. Like I don't have to.
Yeah.
Like I literally don't have to.
Right.
Like if that game is gonna look like that and they're playing like that, I don't have to sit in the stands for that.
Right.
The only basketball I have, I feel like if it's bad basketball, like if I gotta go to my nephew's game or something,
Right.
and watch them run around. Go to a kid's game. That's
Right.
cool. That's development. I'm not watching bad high school basketball.
That's the problem.
Like I'm not.
Right.
Like
So then we playing bad high school basketball in Passaic County.
Well, y'all tell me y'all ain't put them on the list, so I guess so.
They definitely not on the list.
Yeah, they not.
If they're not on the like who what school?
We gonna make a comeback.
What
We
school?
gonna make a comeback.
What school right now in Passaic County is it any school that's like filling gyms right now?
I'm sure them Wayne and all those gyms they doing something. Like we can't just say Passaic County and just think.
And just think about
Yeah,
Patterson.
right.
I haven't
Passaic,
seen-
you're saying the county.
Yeah, the
I
county.
honestly
Right?
haven't been to enough games because I'm just so locked in with our team. So
Yeah.
I really don't even go to a game really unless I'm going to scout a game. So I can't even answer that question honestly.
And shout out to Passaic County. We from here, so we rooting for Passaic County. We're coaches, by the way. We're coaches
In
for
Passaic County.
In Passaic County, right? So I don't want people to think we're dogging out Passaic County. We're coaches with a team in Passaic County, and we plan to do some real major things this year. Coach Murphy, if I can swing it back to you, what's some of the goals, some of the plans that you got for our team this year? Can you tell the audience where we came from? So people can kind of get a little bit insight to like why this year's important and where we came from.
I know this will sound crazy, but we really came out the blue. We came from nothing, honestly. Like literally. I remember when, my first conversation about College Achieve was with Jarrell.
Yep. Got rest in peace, our good brother Jarrell.
That was my first conversation. So I remember he got a job here as the gym teacher. And me and him, we always talk. So he was like, "Yo, I'm about to go over to College Achieve," and it just started from there. And I think that summer, I ended up hitting up Dr. Mills, and he mentioned about starting up the basketball team. So that's where all of this started. But it was like we started up the team. We literally didn't have anything. We didn't have a facility. We had no uniforms.
Still don't got no.
We didn't have. We didn't have anything.
We don't have a
Technically,
facility.
we still don't have a facility, but like we really just started
What
from the ground.
what year was that?
How you don't have no
In
gym?
21.
Yeah.
21. So this
21
this
we
program
started.
only 5 years old, 4 years old.
4 years old. This is a 4-year-old program.
What was
that we started.
what was our record that first year?
That first year, we probably played about 12 games. That first year, we was playing a JV schedule. So we didn't even play any varsity games,
Okay.
really. We probably played about 10 to 12 games, I want to say. Something like that, right, Sue?
Yeah.
How many we won?
Maybe
Not a
one.
lot. Not
We
a
probably
lot.
won like one game.
We won one
losing
game,
by,
okay.
We were losing games by 60.
So that's our start.
We
All
were
right.
losing games by 60.
Taking clips.
What would the next year looking like?
More clips.
More clips.
Yeah.
What was the year after that? Year 3 looking like?
More clips. No, I'm done.
No, it was. That was my first year.
Yeah.
Year 3?
Year 3, we won
was
3
first year.
games. We were 3 and 13.
3 and
Remember,
13.
I don't think we got the first win until like January.
Now, year 2, just for the audience, year 2 we're now playing an independent varsity schedule.
Yeah.
Right, and then year 3 we're playing a real varsity schedule. We got a full schedule year 3. We playing some tougher opponents, and we playing fall ball. We getting smoked, and we letting it happen.
Yep.
We letting them take all of it, remember it. We not asking them to end the game early, 40-point clips.
All of
We
it.
taking all the smoke with it. Now, things start turning around. What happened? What's going on?
Just consistent work. Really just consistent work. Like, we kept those guys in the gym. Shout out to them too, because they always were there. Like, we hardly had guys miss practice, and the guys that missed practice, it just wasn't for them because we require a certain amount of commitment. So those guys weren't committed. So shout out to them. They had to do what was best for them, and we had to do what was best for the program. So we went separate ways, but we ended up finding a group of guys, that wanted it, that wanted the work, and just with continuous work, they ended up actually getting better.
I gotta shout you guys out because I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I'm the newest coach at this table. These guys got accolades out this world. These guys got like years in the game. I'm new, so I feel honored and privileged for them to welcome me, even to be a part of their presence with this, right? So, me being new, I'm like, we practicing when? We practicing how many times a week?
Let's rewind for a little bit. How did you get onto the staff?
So I got onto the staff. I got onto the staff when the unfortunate situation. The person who kind of founded the program, Coach Lowry, when he his untimely demise, when he had passed away, unfortunately, we had to try to keep his legacy going, right? So now Murph had to step and try to fulfill his shoes, and he's now finding his staff. Coach Zoo actually is Rel's best friend, so he was rocking with the founding program too. This is one of the founders, by the way, Coach Zoo.
Definitely.
Right, so Coach Zoo was already rocking. Him and Murph was already rocking. So Murph, he's coming to me telling me like, yo, I'm about to try to amp it up. We're gonna hold his name down. We're gonna really take this up a notch. We're gonna take this where me and him was having these conversations to take this. And I'm like, yeah, that's dope. that's cool, man. I'm gonna come to some games.
I'm gonna come.
Right? He like, yeah, but I'm looking for some extra staff, and it's not about this. What I respected. He said everybody think it's like you have to be like this top player or this top athlete in order to be somebody that's beneficial on a coaching staff. Really, it got to be something special that you bring to the table, right? And I think that you have a gift with being able to communicate with the guys. You got basketball knowledge as well, and it's a passion that I see there. And I like your business acumen, right? Where this is still a business, and I want somebody that can kind of like relieve a lot of the business acumen from me, and could help coach as well. And I'm like, yo, I got my son, I gotta go to practice. I live in Middlesex County, I gotta try to get down in there. I don't know if I'm gonna make your practices. He like, well,
you saying that.
He like, yo, let me know, the offer there. If you think you could swing it, we'll work with you. We gonna make it work because we need the help. Right now at the time it's just 2 coaches at the time. It's 2 in the trenches, 2, and they practicing all the time. Trust me, I remember.
And he definitely did.
All the time.
What happened was I came to practice and I fell in love with the program. And what I mean by that is I fell in love with having a voice, right? Where normally when you knew, I come and I'm like this. I'm just seeing what's going on. Zoo like, nah, go ahead, put something in. Just, right? Still to this day, even Coach Shitty that's new to this program but not new to coaching, they'll throw me in the fire. Like, yo, nah, take this board. You about to figure it out.
Facts.
Like you gonna figure it out.
That's
Cause we all been there. We had to figure it out. So you gonna go now. You ain't gonna sit on the side and just no. Go figure it out, right? So me, I became a part of this beautiful thing, and I think we all sacrifice a lot. You talking about missing time with our kids, missing time with our wifey, missing time. Having trouble with work because it's basketball is very intrusive, right? So, that's how I became a part of this beautiful thing. And I ain't gonna lie, guys, I gotta say this part too. When I first came around, I'm like, yeah, coach, all that great stuff you was talking about. I don't know if we're gonna get there with this team. I had doubts.
Absolutely.
I'm not gonna lie. Enzo laughed at me, Murph laughed at me, and he like, nah, yo, hard work always produce good results. That's just what it is. We got to keep putting in the work. What we gonna do is we're gonna go around to the city, and we're gonna go around the kids that nobody want, but that they got a hard work ethic. We didn't pick no studs, guys. We didn't pick no studs in the city. We wasn't going around recruiting like other people. We was like, yo, you want to play basketball? You want to come work hard? You can listen. We're going to develop you up. And boy, when I say these gentlemen to train these guys up, and we went from when I started getting beat by 40 to beating people by 40, I still can't believe it sometimes.
Yeah.
And then he brought on the other coaches. Shout out to Coach Big as well. He's not here right now. We went on to Don Bosco. We'll see y'all later.
Paladins forever.
And then he brought Chitty on. It was so dope because he from Essex County. That Essex County style is different than our style, right? So like being able to blend that, I just felt we had like this crazy combination. And then Biggs was from New York, so his style, it was just crazy. Last year was like a beautiful gumbo pot that produced what we here to talk about now this year.
Yeah. I want to talk to Chitty about him coming onto the program and what you think about it and how is it different from just Essex County.
Yeah, I was cheeks when I was sitting in the stands and I'm watching the game and I'm like, nah, this ain't it. And then you start to like. Yeah, right, because the whole time I was like, I'm not coaching.
Yeah.
I was trying to stay away from it. I might have went to one, maybe 2 games.
Yeah.
Right, and I'm just like, I know what's going to happen if I get there. And then I start talking to you about basketball. And then talking to you about basketball. Now I'm talking to guys about basketball. And I'm
all
like,
day long.
All day long. Because,
right.
like, this is basketball. Right? It brings everybody together. So once it became that, it was like, all right, cool. Me walking in the gym one time, and then it's just like, all right, coach, you want to put something in? And I'm like, all right. Now I'm got him. Like that's it. Who your favorite team? That's all you gotta do.
Yeah.
Right. It's basketball is basketball though.
Yeah.
Definitely. Right? Basketball is basketball. So I'm used to like Group 4 basketball. So it's tougher.
Yeah.
The guys are bigger. They're faster, more athletic in a sense. Packed gyms, it's rowdy in there. You playing down in the Zoo Crew leagues down there. It comes with a certain type of aggression and feel. That's Essex County type of stuff. But it's like that out here. You just gotta bring that feeling back.
Yeah,
like
for sure.
The only time, like we knew past the East Side,
right?
And we knew it was in for a game when we had to play past the East Side. I told him that's the first time I saw him coaching. Yeah. Right, because we coached against each other.
Right.
Because I remember him walking in the gym, and I was just like, I know him from somewhere. Because I watch college basketball.
Yeah.
Right, so I'm watching I watch college basketball. Like that's my favorite sport, college basketball.
Right.
Right, not NBA, not NFL, college basketball. So the players, you know, like yo, he played ball before I couldn't put my hands on. They said his name. I'm like, I remember the name.
Yeah.
I ain't watched no games or nothing. Like that. We just had to smack y'all after that.
Nah, that was a close game.
No, but that's what. But it was a close game.
Yeah, it was a close
And, but then, and they also brought that feeling because they walked into a packed gym.
Yeah.
Right.
You walked into it like because that's and at that point in time we rocking.
Yeah.
We rocking at that time. So it was absolutely. I think we might have won the section that year or something around that time. We was winning because we won the section, and then we lost in the semifinals of the group the next year, right? So it was just like it's we rocking in there. So like once you kind of get around somebody, like I don't want to be around nobody who don't know what they talking about, right? That's why you talk basketball,
Right.
And you test people's knowledge of the game,
Right.
And so when he's saying like it was just like an energy you get, that's what the energy is. It's like when you sit around, you start talking basketball, and you realize, oh, he know some basketball.
It's really
right?
energy.
Right? And then it's just like, all right, well, all right, he know basketball too. This could be something.
Right.
And then you get to work. And then it's like, Zoo doing it, you see the work.
Yeah, you see the work.
Right? So then you got to respect the work.
Right.
Right? It's like, nah, they not okay with, no one's okay with being mediocre.
Right.
That's what you do today.
Yeah.
It change all the year tomorrow.
Right.
Right? Like no.
Trying to go on the heat.
Right. So it's just like, so they working. You know, that summer, like I wasn't around.
Yeah.
But you still see the work.
Right.
Right. So it's just like, all right, they not okay with being, they trying to get better. I like building stuff though too. Like science, brain, engineer stuff.
Yeah.
I like coaching the freshmen. Right, like the freshman team that I had ended up winning this. Like it was just like you go from not being able to handle with both hands to windmill dunking your next year, but so like it becomes like and you're like I was a part of the building of that. I don't need the glitz and glamour of it, but I know I was here on the work.
On the work, yeah.
Right. So then when you hear the stories about how it was prior to. And then you go from whatever the wins was to one win to winning 14, 15 games.
Right.
The
last year I think we were 14 and 10, I believe.
Yeah, get into the
14,
counties.
13, 12, something like
Yeah.
that. We were over.
No,
500.
we over 500. We only lost 10 last year.
Right.
I don't know how many we won.
And then losing in the quarterfinals in like the counties.
Right.
And it's just like in feeling we just lost.
Yeah.
He's up 20.
Right,
Yeah.
and it's like,
Up 20.
but a year
He's up
ago,
20.
this wasn't even a thing.
At all.
This year, it's like, yo, we could have won that for real.
For sure.
We could have won that game that we lost.
Yeah, I think
Right,
we could have won it.
but there was still things we had to.
It was a lot.
It was you still got to go through that.
Yeah.
Right, so if getting there was an accomplishment in itself because.
It is.
Because we didn't necessarily, there was no point in time where we were thinking like, yo, we gonna get the county.
We won 2 county games, and
our first time in county.
yeah, that was our first time ever in the counties. We won 2 games on the road too. One of them when we played Passaic, that was on the road too.
Yeah.
So after we lost to them, then I believe we played them twice.
Twice.
So we lost the first game to Passaic.
That was early on
early in the
season.
season.
Early
And
in the
we
year.
played them
In that county.
in the counties in that second round. And we were down most of that game too,
Yeah.
double
Yeah.
digits.
Boys
so just to
rallied.
see them rally and fight was just like I don't know. I was very happy about that because, like I said, I don't know how Zoo is. I'm sure Zoo feels the same way, but I could remember when we were just so bad. It was just we had no real chance. But of course, you want to be positive.
Yeah.
But we really had no chance in making a comeback like that a couple years ago.
At all.
Like we just didn't have the personnel. We didn't have the skill. But now, going into this season, I think, us having the off season that we had, just from
How many games you played all season?
We played about 40 games.
40 games.
We played about 40 games as a team.
This all season.
This off season, just over the summertime. So that game experience, I know it helped out a lot. So now, sometimes I'm not even gonna lie. I catch myself. I walk in the gym, tip off, and I just smile because it's like
You didn't think you was gonna get.
I always
got a shot in this game. This game, like I'm gonna win this game.
Yeah, you always have a shot of
I can
winning.
only imagine how it
was
felt.
completely different a couple years ago. Like Zoo, we was going into games like, Hopefully
Hopefully
it's not a 40-point
Yeah.
loss. Hopefully
And you
it's not a
know what's crazy
40-point
about that,
loss.
right? Like I've had teams that like we were in the rebuilding years,
Right.
right, and we got smacked, but we getting smacked by like St. Ants or
Right.
or teams from Wings Academy or right like I'm going into that game like we not good enough to be competitive versus these really competitive guys, and we getting washed,
Right.
Like there was a time when we was kind of rebuilding in that sense, but to kind of see the schedule and then hear losing by 30 to who?
Right.
To who? Like
I still don't even remember that. I tried to just
Right.
wipe them from my memory.
Right,
Nah,
but it's a
those are a lot of
now.
40-point losses, man.
But it's
It
get
was a
back.
lot.
So can I say this though?
Let's get back.
We was taking our 40-point losses, right?
Absolutely.
What's up with all these soft-ass coaches? Coaches' point of view. What's up with these soft-ass coaches ending the game early when they team getting smacked on a varsity basketball level game? Somebody tell me something.
2025?
That's happened.
Correct.
That's
Yes.
all it is.
That's been happening.
Yes.
It happened one time. It did happen one time. It was.
I forgot who we was playing. I'm
It
like,
was-
we took our whole 40.
It was kind of surprising because I remember just as a player, I remember one story specifically. I remember I was playing AAU, and my father was coaching the team, and I was actually playing up. I was like 13 or 14, but I was playing 16, 17.
right.
Right, so everybody was much older than me,
Right.
way bigger than me. But my father just threw me in the game. We were getting beat by about 40, 50 points, right? And I'm not even gonna lie, I tried like faking an injury to come out the game. Like, this game was going, the game, I'm 13, like, the game feel like it's taking forever, they dunking. I'm like, man, I tried to come out, he like, you stand in there, you gonna wear this one.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, it helped me.
That's character, man.
It helped me. Just a loss is a loss.
Loss is a loss.
And it's not really a loss. Like I learned from that game. Like and it helped me in the long run.
Yeah.
Because I went to college and lost by 50. Certain times like basketball, it ain't your day every day.
Yeah.
Like you're not gonna win every game. Some days you're just gonna have a bad game. But what do you do to bounce back after you had that bad game?
Right.
True.
So, I don't respect anybody who does that. Like, I always take my loss. I'm a competitor. I take my loss, but it's like, all right, you got me that day. You were the better. You was the better, opponent that day. But next day, check up.
Right.
Like, we're gonna play again.
Right.
Like, that's all it is. We just gonna play again.
Right.
So, I don't respect people that do that. But teach his own.
So before we close out, Zoo.
Don't ask nothing crazy. Man.
Nah, it ain't nothing crazy. If it's anything you could say to the players, from your point of view, for this upcoming season, on the focus or the goal, what would you say to the young players out there that's watching?
That's a great question because I definitely just sent this message in our group chat less than 24 hours ago. My coach always talks about the carnival atmosphere, right? Carnival atmosphere is when there's a lot of glitz and glamour. You go to the carnival, you play games, there's popcorn, there's girls, there's funnel cakes, there's rides, there's the Ferris wheel. There's so many things to distract you and like have you going in a lot of different directions, all to use you up. Don't fall for the carnival atmosphere, right? You got YouTube, you got videos, you got Instagram, you got TikToks, you got everything around you to make things very carnival-like, right? Things going around you that you can't control. Don't fall for that atmosphere. Stay in your world. Like if you really believe this is who you want to be, then prove it. Because everybody got a plan until they don't execute it. Then it's like, what happens?
Right.
Like, how do you respond? Again, like Coach Murphy just even talked about. How you lose, you learn in the loss. If you can learn to lose in the loss, you never lose.
Right.
That's hedging. Hedging at its best.
Dope.
You know what I mean? It's hedging at its best. So if that mentality is necessary, take it. Don't be scared of the hard work. Like, it's hard work. Like, they talk about it.
Right.
Did you think it was going to be easy after you just called it hard work?
Right.
It doesn't make sense. So make it make sense and keep it simple.
So I got a group question. What are our goals for this year? That's what we really. What are our goals?
This is
Caps basketball.
one of my goals that I wish for Caps basketball this year is for everybody to step into their purpose, right? That's my goal. My goal as a coach, step into my purpose, get outside of, get comfortable with being uncomfortable, right? Step into the role, really fully commit, step into the shoes. We said, Coach Chitty started this mindset this year, and he said, long season, short season, right? He said, the focus, counties. We was there. We felt the hurt. Everybody was crying. This year, we need to win it all. Like, from the brick. Like, that got to be our mindset for preseason all the way out. And then we go to the States, right? So, my thing is, the bigs. You going to be a big? You want to be in that role? Step into that role. Really step into it. Don't just because you got a jersey and think because you want a team, you deserve to be on the floor. Like, this year, I want everybody to feel like, I really belong to be here, and I'm really stepping into my role, and I'm getting these rebounds because they're counting on me, and I'm getting these dimes, and I'm dishing it to this guy because they're counting on me, and I'm shooting the ball good, not because I could just throw it in the air, but because they're counting on me, and that's my goals.
I like that. And it's super
personal. Gotta be available, right? They say the best ability is availability.
Yes, sir.
Right? You gotta be academically eligible. Right?
That's me, yeah.
You gotta be emotionally available for what the grinds look like. Right? You can't be absent from that, because you gotta live in that moment and realize that it will end, and that's what that long season, short season means. Right? Like, if you're locked in, it'll take you far. But once you're not available and you go off track, that's when the problems start, right? So stay locked into everything, right? Like, because like we all know, like, your friends could get in the way of you getting to a goal, right? Right? There's gonna be outside things that happen. You just gotta make sure that you stay locked into it. Like, you got, and it's not just like basketball; it's just life, because life is on life.
Right.
But basketball has got to be, like you said, that round ball will take you anywhere, right? But you just got to stay locked into it. You got to stay available to it. Like, even as simple as, like, making sure you eat right and you ice when you're hurting. Right? Like
during school.
Like, pay attention to all. That's the locked in piece. It's the track that we got running on. It's the push-ups that you got to continue to do. It's the schoolwork that you can't neglect. Right. It's the home stuff and treating your family and everybody right that's around you. So this way, everyone pours into you.
What you guys do?
Again.
Zoom just went though. He just said.
Oh yeah, Zoom did say it.
Yeah, I'm with. I'm just blocking out the
carnival. I'm really, really excited about the season. I really am. I'm excited about the progress that we made. Like I said, coming from 21 until now, and I feel like we're doing something really special, because I've been around basketball for a very long time, super long time, with positive impact to Eastside, to Norfolk State, to the D League, to overseas. So I've been around a lot of basketball programs, but respect to us, I've never seen a program come together with no facility. Now, if I'm wrong, anybody can tell me I'm wrong, but I've never seen a program just come together in 4 years with no facility.
Not in 4 years, yeah.
And we're doing what we can, making it work. We're not making excuses. When we lose or when we lost by 50 or 60, we didn't say it's because we don't have, we just went back to the lab and worked on whatever it was that we needed to work on. So definitely shout out to us for that, because like I said, I've never seen that. So now we do have the guys, in a certain space. I'm really excited to, just to continue to watch their growth. We had some guys, like, I remember when Jeff first came in, like,
chubby.
Jeff was a chubby kid that all he did was throw up threes from the three-point line. Right. I remember Wellington when he came in, like, didn't speak English. Didn't speak English.
Yeah.
Game was completely different. Not really any confidence. But now he's probably one of the most confident kids that we have right now.
Facts.
I remember Gil. Gil couldn't walk and tie his shoes at the same time. Couldn't catch the ball. Now, now he's at a point where at one point Gil had a dunk for like 5 straight games.
Yeah.
So it's just I'm happy to see that. And I feel like now us as coaches and just me being, I feel like I'm a player coach. I know a lot of times, just coaches coming up, they don't give the kids credit. Like, they don't really give the kids enough credit. Yeah. So I always want to give them their credit. But at the same time, I need them to understand that it's more work that needs to be done too. Like, don't be content on, just staying that same player because you elevated a little bit. Like, I want you to be, and it's more work that can be done, for all of our guys. And I think that they do understand that, being around us for this long. So I'm definitely happy to see how they respond now to this season, because I know that they felt the loss and ending in February so early, and everybody else was still playing.
We made sure they remember.
So I know that they feel that. I know they feel that. So I'm excited to see how they respond, and they did respond over the summer, especially in the fall. The fall, I don't know if you remember those guys. I said something in the group chat like, man, talk to me when you win 5 in a row.
Right.
You won 5 in a row.
They definitely
in the preseason. So, like I said, I'm just happy, and I'm looking forward to see how they respond, this season.
So with that being said, man, that was episode 1 From a Coach's Point of View. We appreciate y'all rocking with us, and catch us on the next one.
Shot by G.
Shot by G.